受けた痛みのしつけて返すぜ。全魔力10点、俺の魔力全部くれてやら。驚異度 B の上級悪魔さんよ、おとなしくフランの経験値なりね。
So I'm gonna say something, and you're going to agree or really disagree, and it just depends on how much you love Reincarnated as a sword. And don't click off yet. So here's the thing: is there's something about this anime that I absolutely love, I adore, I think it's amazing. On the opposite, there's something about this anime that I simply don't like. And the problem I have with this statement, or the issue that I'm going to surface to you, is I can't quite put it into words. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's the moments with Shishou, you know, the moments with teacher. I don't know if it's the lack of... Like, I knew Fran was going to pull it out, right? I knew that between her and Shishou, they were going to pull it out. So I didn't feel this eminence of doom, right? And I think a good anime to reference for something like this is Picking Up Girls in a Dungeon, right? If you think about like that anime, there are certain things that have occurred, especially this past season, to where you can really feel like, yo, people are about to die. Now, I'll hold my brakes there because, you know, so far, we really only care about Fran, really only care about Shishou. There have been these, like, you know, other side characters like Donderoid or whatever his name is. But, like, at the end of the day, if him or the Guildmaster, if they croak, if they get obliterated, like, we're really, yeah, whatever. You know, so in some senses, I totally understand, like, okay, well, we only have these characters that we can really care of. But, like, I feel like this looming danger just isn't there. Like, I knew that they were gonna pull it out. So, like, while watching the fight, I thought the fight was okay, you know. And I was so this is where I struggle. Is like I was watching and I'm entertained, okay, and that's why it's like a love and hate thing. It's like I'm entertained and I'm engaged. But I'm not, like, hype, or I'm not, like, you know, like, earlier today, you know, depending when you're watching this, another anime that launched was Eminence in Shadow. I was hyped during that. Earlier this week, Chainsaw Man, there was a fight that happened. I was pretty hyped during that fight. This one, I was just simply watching. I was engaged, but I was just simply watching. I wasn't hype. I wasn't, like, boo or anything, you know. And eventually during the fight, Shishou finally figures out that, hey, the Dungeon Master is the one kind of controlling everything. If we go after the Dungeon Master, we win, kind of thing. They go about it, you know, they fake out the demon, they juke him. Shishou goes and gets him, and he uses all of his mana in one final blast, even though the whole time he was saying that this is all impossible. Like, I was just wondering, like, why didn't you bring up, like, doing a, like, YOLO moment earlier, you know, if really all you had to do is go all out and just blast your mana, you know, jerk your sword off and blast your mana to potentially win. Like, why wasn't, like, I don't know, just the way that they went about it was just simply, it was like, it was okay, you know. And I don't know, it's just something that I just kind of like, it's I don't know quite how to put it into words, but it was simply okay. Prior to hitting record, I was looking at the My Anime list, and I know a lot of you guys hate the My Anime list, you know, scores and stuff like that. But right now, Reincarnated as a Sword is sitting at a 7.4. I think that's about right, you know? And I know the reason a lot of you all hate My Anime list because you got a bunch of haters out there, right? You got a bunch of just, like, poo-pooers. These people, like, it's the internet, so people just come and just shit on these shows. But at the same time, the opposite, and you have people who just love everything, so they give it 10s, right? So I think, you know, although there are both sides of the coin, I think My Anime list, you know, same like the Steam, like if you look at video games, like the Steam records, like the Steam scores, you know, stuff like that, it's a general gauge of how a piece of media is at. And I think about 7.4 is about right. You know, it's kind of where I'm about sitting. It's like I have a good time. Sometimes I don't have a great time. I think this is another one of those anime that I think, when watched in conjunction, one after the other, I think it'd be a better experience because you don't really spend time loathing on what you didn't like. You just instantly move on to the next thing. As long as there was something to keep you semi-engaged, as long as there's a little carrot dangle to go on to the next episode, it's okay. So, really, this episode, here's how it was, right? We're taking on the demon. We figure out he's too strong. We're only level 12, he's level 30. We can't take him on. We figure out the goblin is there. Figure out how to take on the goblin. Juke out the demon. We get the demon core or the crystal, I'm sorry. We get the demon crystal. We're good to go. We take the body. We kill the goblin. We take a little dangle, a little bracelet on him. It's like a revive bracelet. It's going to come in handy later. It's a really good item. We conquer the dungeon. When I say we, I'm talking about like Fran and Shishou here. We conquer the dungeon. That's all good. They get blasted and scolded by Duradon, Dondoroid or whatever. We get the curry. Woo, curry. And we find out a bunch of new skills like Dungeon Conqueror. One that caught my eye was Behemoth Devourer. She goes from level 12 to level 25. And then we get the Skill Taker. We get two things. We get the Elemental Sword, which she's not going to be able to infuse elements into her sword. Hella dope. And the second thing is we get the Skill Taker skill, which is what the demon had to go and steal skills. And apparently it refreshes every 432 hours. They maxed it at level 10. 100% chance to steal a skill. And now they just need to go and try it out. I think that was hella dope. Can't wait to see more of that. They talked to the Guildmaster guy. He's like, yo, what the hell happened to the crystal? She was like, I don't know. It was destroyed. Big fat guy comes in. He was like, you're lying. That's where we got left off on. Overall, 7 out of 10 episode. Not the best, not the worst. It was supposed to be on the best side, but just simply didn't hit for me. And again, you might be like, yo, you're a fool. This episode was amazing. And that's okay. Let me know why you think that in the comments below. If you kind of agree with me, let me know in the comments. And if you don't have anything to say, if you're indifferent, just throw an emoji down there for the engagement. That would definitely help me out. I've been trying to grow this year. It's been a hella difficult year to grow on the channel. We gain a few subs a week. But, I think algorithmically, we just need a little boost. So if you could throw an emoji down there, even if it's like, yo, I hate this guy, throw a little like red face or like a little FU sign or something funny. Make me laugh. I'll definitely appreciate it. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. As always, I'll be back next week for episode number 7. I wanted to like this episode more, but I came out being a little negative. I don't know why. That's my feelings. So that's kind of what my opinion is at the moment. But I know next week we'll come back. I have faith in this anime. All right, my friends. See you guys next week. Peace.
スキルの相談なんだが。
スキルも大事。カレーの次に大事。
カレーの